Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing good and keeping yourself safe. Today we are going to talk about how we can create a simple quiz with having variable moving from frame to frame and how we can add up the scoring so it can be easier for you to create a mock test or quiz, and in the end how we can print the scene in order to get the certificate. Okay, so let us start with the Adobe Creative Cloud and open Adobe Animate, and I'm going to create a new file. Okay, so you can check any of the height and width. That is fine with us. Okay. Okay, so this is my main layer. Okay, I'm going to add another layer. This is the layout. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like for example, before starting the quiz we need to take input from the user. So for that we need text box and a button. So let us start with this one. So okay, we'll have a text box. So this is, we are going to take it as an input. So we can create a text box as an input. So I'm just going to give the name like ins input. Okay, and then I need a button. Okay, so for button, okay, so it's up to you. If you want, you can use a text and you can create a button, so it's up to you. Or you can use different component and you can use the predefined button. Okay, so we'll make this as submit. Okay, size is too big, so we are going to make it a bit smaller. Okay, 32. Submit. Okay, so that seems fine. Okay, so in order to give some we can use a rectangle. Okay, so color we can choose, for example, this one, and we can create this as a button. Okay, so if you look at over here, we can change the location. Okay, now this is, okay, so this is an input type. Okay, so we can use static text. Okay, so this is a static text now. Okay, so we can create an object, oh sorry, button, by clicking F8. So this is submit button. Okay, so we can double click on it and press F6, 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 and we can create the hit area. Okay, so let us go back and test the output. Okay, okay, so it is there. Okay, so if you want, you can add some more text. Enter your name, like for example over here, enter your name. So we can make it a bit smaller if you want to. Change the color to black. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to create action script. Okay, so we are just going to stop. Oops, stop. So it will not go in a loop. Okay, so stop, and let's see. So enter your name. You can. Okay, okay, so this is fine. Okay, so if you want, we can have something like we can use some gray area. Okay, so you'll have the visual. Okay, so we have to put our name over here. It's good. Okay, so the first thing is you have to get the name of the user, and when the click button is submit there, so you have to show the name of the person that has been entered. So in that case, what we can do, we can create another blank frame, and there we can have the display of the name. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to store the name in one of the variable. So as you remember last time when we talked or discussed about how to create a variable, okay, so we go to actions. Okay, so we are going to create a variable. Okay, so variable my name. Okay, so the type of this will be string, as this is a name, and that's it. Please remember that the text box that we have created over here, the name of this text box ins input, because this entry should be given to that variable, and then we are going to display it onto the screen. Okay, so what we are going to do, for example, I'm going to create a blank keyframe. Okay, so please remember the frame name number, that is 5. Okay, so over here, okay, so what I can do is I can create one text box. Okay, this might be static text. Okay, so this is welcome. Okay, I can make it black over here. Okay, so this is welcome. Okay, Now I'm going to create another text box over here. Okay, and this will be dynamic text. Okay, and you can use this like this. If you want, you can fill it out with some color if you want to. Okay, okay, so I'm now going to save this file. This, okay, so this is, for example, MOOC. Okay, so this is fine. Now I'll come over here. Okay, so as we have created this instance button, okay, we haven't given it the instance name, that is button. So on button we have already created this head area. Okay, so we'll give it to instance submit or ins sub. Okay, that is fine. Now we go to actions. Okay, so when it will be clicked, you have to go to frame number 5. So we use the options timeline navigation, not timeline, it's event handler because we are clicking on it. So almost click event, we come to over here. So once the button is being clicked, so we have to go to and stop on frame number 5. Okay, so here go to and stop frame number 5. So let's test this thing. So if we put our name, we submit, so we are coming to this frame. Okay, so that is fine, but we also need to assign the text. Here we have this this thing, that is the ins input, okay, into this my name variable. Okay, so we come over here. Okay, so in this one we have to assign the value. So how we can do that? Okay, so over here we have my name. So my name is equal to, and if you look at this text, okay, so my name it is ins input, okay, dot text. So let us see if we are having any issues or any. Okay, so this is working fine. Now we come to frame number 5, as we have already created this. Okay, so we'll make it stop. Okay, and now what we are going to do is that we have this dynamic text. Okay, so out name. Okay, so we have created out name. So when we come over here, so we have this out name dot text is equal to my name. So let us see if it works or if it gives us some error. Okay, so now we have done this welcome and the user. So this is quite simple. Okay, if you want, you can change the color because we can change some color for something else. Okay, leave it at this point. Okay, so we have this welcome thing is coming. Okay, now if you remember, we have created some quiz in the previous week. For example, this one. So rather than creating from scratch, I'll just copy it from here. Okay, I'll just copy it from here and I will paste it over here. Okay, so I have this thing done. Okay, so move it over here a little bit. Okay, now I have done this thing. For example, these were the buttons that I have already created, so I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so over here, once I click this thing, so I'll be going to another frame where I have the scoring. For scoring, if you remember, we need to do some coding. Okay, so we have variable. Okay, my score, and this will be an integer. So we need some scoring. Okay, so we can create similarly another thing, text. Okay, your score is 0. Okay, use this one. Okay, your score is 0. Okay, okay, we can have another dynamic text box over here. Okay, and instance will be scoring, for example. Okay, so if you want, you can assign 0 over here to the value of this variable. Okay, so let us check if it is showing and it is working properly. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, like, this is for example muscat. is the correct answer. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to make another frame. Okay, so we can create keyframe, so everything will be stored as it is, so no need to do any other programming. Okay, so now we come over here. Okay, so muscat is this, so we are going to create action script again. Okay, and in this one on mouse click event. Okay, so in mouse click event, okay, so what will be there, my score will be is equal to, for example, 10 or whatever you want to give as a numbering. Okay, so now if we have this text, okay, so this is output, sorry, this is scoring. Okay, so scoring, so scoring dot text is equal to my score dot my score dot to string. Okay, so let us see if it works not. Okay, so in muscat, okay, so 10 is coming. Okay, and similarly in the previous one when we did this go to and stop at frame number 10. Showing. Okay, and we can go to 50. Let us test this one. Okay, so muscat is here. Okay, so if you want the same thing to happen over here, is you have to copy the same line of code because name is not coming. Okay, so my name is equal to this thing. Let's see this thing. Okay, if you want you can use as a 0 when you have. Okay, so we had the error because we have multiple assignment. Okay, so cannot access. Okay, because the thing is we have created this variable over here. Okay, in the first frame and in the layout, and it is not coming over here. Okay, so it's just to give you an idea so how it works. So let us see this, the original. Okay, so when the muscat is done, okay, so the score will be 10. Okay, now what you can do, like in over here, okay, so we can come to action script. So that was outname, outname dot text is equal to my name. Okay, so let us see if it gives us an error. Yes. Oh, so this is the description. Okay, so this will give you an idea how you can track of the errors. Okay, so over here what you can do is you can add some other questions and other things. I will show you another thing how we can do the print thing. And over here we have component, so you can use the pre-default buttons as well. Okay, so you can change the label, you can, but these are as movie clip. Please remember that this is not showed as a button, it's a movie clip, but it will act same like a button. So if we run this thing, okay, so okay, so this will act as a button. So you can, rather using a button, you can use these as well. Now if you want to, for example, if you look over here, you can have different options. Okay, now we want to do some printing of this. So you can, at the end of the frame, you can create like, okay, congratulations, or you can use the same username, and you can create a certificate. And then what you can do is, on the click of a button, you can do the printing of the scene, and that will be quite good in order to do your task. Either you can convert it to a PDF, or you can directly do the print. Okay, so in order to do the printing, so what you have to do, you have to go again on action script. Okay, you have to click on this button. Okay, so insert code, mouse event. Okay, so print. Oh, the reason is it's a keyword. Okay, so I have done that one, so I can add the mouse click event. Okay, so I'm going to delete this thing. So there is only 4 lines of code you have to add in order to do the printing. Okay, so I have this code. So first is, you have to create a variable, that is my print job, that is a print job. So you create a new object, and also an sprite that is used for flash animations. You have to create an object of this, both the objects, print job and sprite. Then you can start the print job, and you can add into the print job your page, and you can send it to the printer. So this 5 line of code will make the pop-up open for the printer. So let us see this thing. Okay, so when you click this thing, printer dialog box will come. Okay, so first time it takes time, so the printer dialog box will come. So if you have a printer store, you can go through the print options and you can do the printing. Okay, so I will cancel this one. So this is how you can create an interactive quiz having a certificate and the printing options available to the user. I hope you have learned something new and enjoyed the session. Okay, thank you. Thanks very much. If you have any question or queries, you can ask me anytime through MS Teams or through email. Okay, see you next time.